Okay, so I thought I would pull some more because I felt like we've kind of got the gist of the fact that, you know, this is an ongoing reading, which probably amounts to about 3 hours worth of readings. But right, so we've got the Tower, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Then we've got the World, Death and Rebirth, and the Devil. And then we've got the Sun, and we've also got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is what has been going on recently, okay? So with the Tower in the World, I feel like there are relationships, because the Two of Cups try to sort of like sneak out. But I didn't take it, but it kind of confirmed what I was thinking. So, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be, you know, you've ended an employment recently and you're taking on, you know, a passion project, for instance. But there is something to do with the ending of the cycle being quite, maybe a little bit dramatic, right? Or it could be that you have had to end friendships with dramatic people. That's something that just comes to mind as well. So this is why there is so much abundance coming in, you see, because what you've been doing is listening to your higher self and actually staying away from drama and not causing it. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like putting your hand up and being like, I don't want to be involved in this. Like, don't involve me. That kind of attitude. I feel like that's come out of my mouth so much recently is, I don't know, I don't want to get involved. And not because I don't want to help, but I'm not getting involved in petty situations, because that is when people are the most bitchy. And that's, to be fair, I find that is when people cause the most trouble. So the best thing to do is say nothing, you know, no comment. It's a good way to be. Right, so with the Two of Pentacles and the Death and Rebirth, I do feel like there was a massive burnout stage. That is what caused this sort of like rebirth into, I feel, the highest version of yourself. If we're relating this to the readings before, you know, it's all been about sort of like climbing out of the trenches and then getting up that ladder. Do you know what I mean? And you've done that with almighty strength. And sort of no matter what has come to you. So like, for instance, with the Devil and the Five of Wands, I feel like that devil energy has been poking and poking and poking and poking at you. And, you know, if given in, it causes difficulties. But also for a while, I do feel for a while, people will start prodding and poking because they want to bring you down to the lower version that they saw of you before. You know, whereas the person that you are at the moment and that you've, you know, that you've turned into, should I say rather, that's not even the right way to say it. I feel like the version of you that's just been born, that's the most authentic version of you, being the Empress, it's leaving all of this stuff behind. Sorry, I've had to put the fan on. All of a sudden, I felt really hot and, you know, like nauseous. So, and I didn't feel like that before this started. So I kind of feel like this might be a bit of an energetical thing. So if you are poorly, then I'm very sorry about that. But I can feel it. And I kept thinking, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to be sick. But as soon as I sort of like, I don't know how to explain it, but like tapped out, if you like. And I thought, no, ground yourself a minute here, Rosie. I kind of felt all right. And then all of a sudden, I started it. I thought, right, I'll start again. And the feelings come back. So I'm ultimately sure that you're probably poorly. Or there's some of you are. Right, so with the Sun, I feel like regardless of anything that has been going on in the past, just to reassure you again, this is why you are returning to the light, is actually what I just heard, which I think is a really, really beautiful thing. And the thing is, you know, you kind of go into the dark, you learn some very valuable lessons, and then you know it's time to move back to the light, and then you act in light, and then you ground, and you sort of balance that. Wow, you balance everything, but you balance out that light and dark within you, which is what gives you alignment. And that's when the sun is here, you know, because even when balanced, we're still in the light, you know. And with the Empress as well, you could be a mum or a feminine dad. Yeah, so you're splitting the decks is the Nine of Cups. Now, I know we're only on Saturday, but I think I'm going to come on tomorrow as well, because I feel like this is just this big massive build up, and I've got Monday in my head for some reason. I don't know why I'm thinking about Monday, but then that is the first business day of next week, so it could be that. Right, I'm going to get some Oracle. That whistle. Ooh! Right. It's like I could, every time I hear it, I'm like, ugh. Right, so the first one is Mint. Abundance, persistence, and proliferation. You're a very, very, very abundant group of people. Right, the next one is Walking Staff. Support and encouragement. Let me be your encouragement. Do not fall into negative thought patterns. Okay, you have to remain as up as you can be, not in a toxic way. You don't have to like force yourself to like put a mask on all the time. It's more, have faith in the universe a bit more, you know. Leave things down to the things that you can't explain, honestly. Right, the next one was Summer. Expansion and growth. I think this is going to be a summer of your expansion. I really, really do. Pine Tree. Vitality, longevity, and perseverance. That's why, this is the thing. I feel like your longevity, your perseverance, your persistence is genuinely what has led you to this point. Honestly. And the last one was Carnelian. Energy, leadership, and creativity. And and at the bottom of the deck is Harvest, determination, and hard work. Okay, so I've got to be quick because I've got two separate messages with these ones. Right, Marigold, positivity. I have these exact marigolds in my garden, you know. This is the whole having to be positive. The next one was Gratitude, and it's pink roses. Right, the next one is Onion, protection. I don't think you realise how protected you actually are. And the thing is, I don't need to remind you about gratitude. I feel like you do exactly what I do, and you show a lot of gratitude. So I feel like, if anything, that's another thing that you're going to be blessed for, is the fact that you deserve the things that are coming, you know. The next one was Daffodil and Hope has come out again. Please, please, please be hopeful. Right, Cauliflower, transition. You're going through such a massive transition. And at the bottom of the deck was Lemon, cleansing. So you have been cleansing. Right, the separate message was Focus, Love, which is tomato. Sorry, I didn't read the thing out. Stock, tomato, and then Basil, trust. So remain focused. Please remain focused, but focus on love and focus on learning how to trust and trust properly. And I feel like that is your little mission today, okay, is to find a way for you to fully trust in the universe. And as soon as you do, watch how everything changes. Right. I hope you have a good day, guys. Well, a good evening. Sorry, I'm used to doing it in the morning. Anyway, love you.